Over the Line, October 27th, 2025. I'm Jeff Stone. He is the world famous drummer for Blake Shelton.
World
Tracy
famous.
World famous.
World famous. Prestige worldwide. Boats and hose.
Worldwide.
Boats and hose.
Actually, you did play. Didn't you play overseas with your college band or something? What?
So when I was in college, I traveled with Steve Riley and the Mamu Playboys.
Okay. You went overseas?
And then I also did a USO tour with Jamie O'Neill in like 2002.
Yeah.
So I guess I could be worldwide.
Is there any good stories out of that one?
None.
Wasn't Tim Moore on that?
He was. It was mostly Bible study.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. Soul searching.
That's pretty much what we always did in Nashville.
Yeah. Lots of Bible study.
Got to say happy birthday to my nurse that comes in the home here, Laura.
Okay.
Her birthday today. You know where she is right now?
No.
She's like in Cancun.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Why didn't you go with her?
I should have. I don't like going out of the country, though.
Why not?
I don't know.
You can't get back in?
Yeah. That might be the problem, too.
Yeah, there you go.
Sure. But, so anyway, a lot of things happened this week. How's the gigs down on the old street there in Nashville?
Broadway Street?
Yeah.
Man, it was a busy week.
Busy.
I played last Monday. I was off Tuesday, Wednesday. Played Thursday with Mariel May. And then Friday with Donnie M.F. Lee. And then I played a second gig after that. So I did a double on Friday. And played Saturday with Nathan Belt. And then last night I played at Music City Bar and Grill with Brandon Bates and the All-Star Band. I just made that up. It is Brandon Bates, though. It was a busy week, man. It was a good week, though.
Not so much an all-star band.
Oh, it was an all-star band.
Okay.
But that's not the name. I just kind of made that up. Yeah.
All right.
But it was a good week. I mean, it was a busy week, but...
Did you make any money?
No. I donated it all to charity.
Really?
Yeah.
Does that mean Coors Light?
Yes.
Don't you get free drinks when you play?
Yeah, but when I get back, I need to have something. I'm so excited about the gig. I have to come down, you know?
Gotcha. Is that a true thing, by the way?
I don't know. It helps me feel better.
Like on the road after you get done playing for, what's the biggest crowd you played for with Blake?
Don't know. With Blake?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I mean, we've done some big festivals, like maybe 70,000 or something.
Okay, so
but the biggest crowds ever we were playing. One was with Toby Keith. This was way back in the day. We did a thing for Ford, and apparently there was like over 100,000 people. Wow. And then we played in Jerry World, opening for George Strait, and that was about 100,000, opening up the new stadium.
So is it true when they say that when you play those type of shows that you're so excited to go out there and you play, and then all of a sudden after it's like, no, we got to come down from that. Is there a way to come down from that without shooting up or?
Whoa. Involving a turkey baster and whiskey?
Taking whiskey or, some kind of depressant, I guess.
I think that you get excited about a gig, and then there is that come down part. But as you do more of them, you realize it's just a gig. It could be 10, it could be 40,000. You're still out there to do a job. I remember a couple of times we'd be doing a big show, let's say at the Staples Center, whatever it was, the Staples Center. I don't know what it is now. Or Madison Square Garden or whatever. And people be like, "Oh man, big show, man. We got to be ready." I'm thinking, why is this show any different than any of the other ones? We're doing some corn dog festival in Nebraska. We're gonna play less of a show and be less excited about that one. You got to be, and so that's what I've done. as my mental preparation, every gig's the same. You prepare the same way and you execute the same way. So when it's over, yeah, you're glad. I mean, if it's a great show, you reflect on it and be like, man, that was cool. But I don't find myself getting as up for them anymore, like getting hyped. Like, oh man, we got to kill. No, just do what you normally do. You know, what's that phrase? If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. That's
Right.
kind of the way I look at it.
So you don't get the butterflies anymore?
Oh, I still get butterflies.
Do you?
Yeah, I do like Brett Favre. Wait, no, not Brett Favre. I think it was like either Jason Witten or somebody. He threw up before every game that he
I know
had.
you don't do that, but I'm just
I
saying.
do. I
Do you
mean, I
get
throw up, but it's because I drank too much the night before. Because I got to purge.
I don't understand the people that say that when they do the shows, and you find that when you read a lot of the books, that they get so high from that they get off the stage and they want to have that same feeling, and that's
Yeah.
where the trouble comes in, I think,
I
because you
don't have
never
that
reach
feeling.
it that you just had after
Yeah.
you're in front of 100,000. Do you still, like, when you get up there, do you ever think, boy, 20 years ago we were playing for 100 people?
So yeah, sometimes I do.
Yeah.
And it's just it's so cool to see that. I mean, 23 years in now, I've seen every show and probably played it almost every crowd that you can imagine. And it never gets old for me. I'm very grateful. Um, and it is kind of so I'll think back to early on in my career, whatever artist I was playing for, you dreamed of being in this arena or that arena. And it is a mind game. It's like an athlete when they're going into a big game. If they don't prepare the same way or they get a little too excited, that throws everything off. So you have to find a way to balance that out, the excitement, but then also the execution part. And so I think that's the way I kind of look at it. And you know what? I could have had a great show for 1,000 people and a crappy one in front of 80,000. You know, it's a good show's a good show. I remember a couple of times people would be like, "Oh man, this crowd sucks. So we're just going to phone it in." No, you don't do that. Every gig is a gig. Doesn't matter how many people are there. You're still performing with the same amount of people as far as the guys that you're with, the band, the crew. You think they're going to take the gig off? Nope. So you have to bring it every time. So
Interesting.
yes, I do get hammered and puke before a gig.
I was going to tell you last week. I remembered. Now I just remembered. Remember a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about a Fud Fest?
Yeah.
It's like in middle part of, it's up near the Wausau area of Wisconsin, moving over to Cadott, where you guys had played before.
Yeah.
Well, Fud Fest, the way you'll remember it is I figured it out. I was trying to figure out when we were talking, how do I make him remember what this festival was? It was the festival that happened the same weekend that you came to Brussels Blast. You had left Brussels Blast to go to South Dakota, had a tornado, didn't play, and you came back to Wisconsin and you played at Fud Fest. Then you came over here to Door County, and then you went to a fair near Madison that we went to, that I took you to. But the Fud Fest thing, this is where it's going to jog your memory. It was you in the middle of a song, just playing great and everything. Everything was going great. And I was trying to get up the ramp with a beer in my mouth, wheeling the chair.
Not the first time you've had something in your mouth.
And the right time, you turn around, you look at me, and the beer goes all over me.
Yep.
That's where Fud Fest was.
That was great. I couldn't contain my laughter.
I know.
It was so awesome.
Middle of a song, just started laughing.
See, that's why you shouldn't be drinking.
I guess. That's why I cut it out.
Yeah. I want to compliment you on your outfit.
Isn't that nice?
Maybe it's going to, motivate our boys.
Got to switch it around here a little bit.
That's good.
We got a big thing from one of your friends on Facebook saying, "Hey, watch watch Tracy and Jeff talk
Yeah.
about Raging Cajuns.
Yeah.
And
Skin
Raging Cajuns,
Man.
they go down against Troy.
Yeah.
I think we
Skin
need it.
Man's son is an assistant coach at the Raging Cajuns. So
Well, can we get him to? Maybe we need a different coach. Maybe
I don't
Billy needs to come back.
I don't think Billy's coming back.
No,
I think, you know what I want to do though? I'm putting it out there in the universe. It's worked before. I want to be a college football coach. Because even if you fail, I'll still make more money than I've made in the last 23 years with the same guy.
no.
I want to coach, get fired, and get a buyout.
Yeah.
Like the dude that's winning is Ogeron. Coach O, he's on a beach somewhere running shirtless.
Well, now your other guy is winning too from LSU that just got fired.
Oh, boy. Okay,
50
so Brian Kelly, there's white people, okay? That dude is so white.
Brian Kelly, going to Louisiana. He had that nice accent.
It was terrible. Brian Kelly is so white that he's transparent. That was the worst hire ever. Who thought that'd be good? He didn't win crap at Notre Dame. The only thing that he had in common with the Louisiana people is that he's Catholic. And ain't no prayer that helped him there. He was horrible. Not a good fit. I don't know.
Who'd want that job right now?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it's so dumb how these things pop up. Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin, he's staying at Ole Miss. He got the tiger by the tail, pardon the pun. Why would you go to another program in the SEC? Lane Kiffin he's got carte blanche there. He's not going anywhere. Now all the rumors, John Gruden. I don't think the Cajuns, them coon asses are not ready for John Gruden.
No, I don't think so either.
Would he be good? Yeah, but he won't play that game. He won't talk shit. And he doesn't care. He has money. So I don't know who gets that job. I really don't.
Recruiting is the biggest thing, and NIL, of course. When you think about the people that are playing in the NFL from Louisiana, and if they get all these people from Louisiana just to think about going to LSU, they'd have a pretty good team, especially wide receivers. It seems like all these fast wide receivers come out of Louisiana.
They need to just start going to UL. We'll take them. Raging Cajuns, come on, let's go.
Well, maybe it's going to take some of your money to get them over there.
Yeah, I think so. This a report came out that the Raging Cajuns football program I think they lost like $10 million. So maybe all the LSU fans that are on the fence,
right,
and they're mad, come over to UL. We need your money and we need your attendance. Because LSU, I mean, it's the school. It's the flagship school. Whatever. Right. We need you. Let's go. I'm still in on Desormeaux, man. I'm telling you. They have been devastated by injuries. A lot of stuff that you have to deal with. And I'll always say this. You might want to get a sexier hire, but nobody wants to be there more than Coach Desormeaux. That is his dream job. He's not looking for the next job. He's not using this as a springboard. You just got to believe. And I know Cajun fans want to change. They want to do this. Once again, who are you going to get? And do you want to blow the program up? Because that's what's going to happen. Right. We're already hurting for money. And then you want to start over. And everybody say, oh, yo, redid the stadium, blah, blah. Well, you know what? That's a product of we've had some success the last couple of years. It's a down year. But here's the thing. We went out 4 games. We're bowl eligible. Let's go. It starts with South Alabama at 2:30 on Saturday. Let's go, Cajuns.
Right.
But it was not lunchtime. It was not. Oh, listen. Okay. So I get that it's lunch, and his real name is Dewanye.
Dewanye. I didn't think it was lunch.
Yeah. So I get that that's cute. It's cool. It's catchy. So, oh my God. I'm watching the ESPN broadcast, and these are not the local dudes. Jay Walker. It's not Jay Walker from Lafayette. No, you want to talk about a radio stud? Jay Walker's a legend. You look him up, Jeff. You listen to that man. Anyways, it is the ESPN broadcast. These fools, within the first 2 minutes, they're already talking about lunch. And they say, yeah, we were told in our production meeting, which to me, you don't say that on the broadcast, what you were talking about.
Right.
We were told in our production meeting to drop all the lunch references we could. And boy, did they. It was lunch this, lunch box, sack lunch. I'm like, can we stop? And that was in like the first 10 minutes of the game. So lunch is in there. He's cooking. See, I did it. We're up 14-7. And Walker Howard's back. So he had an oblique injury. He was an LSU recruit and then transferred to Ole Miss. And from what I understand, he was dating Lane Kiffin's daughter and they broke up. So
Now
you
they
ain't gonna
broke
play.
up.
Oh,
Ooh.
this has been no, that's the LSU guy.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, that's it. I don't know about Lane Kiffin's daughter, what that says about her. Okay. Anyways, so Walker Howard transfers to Louisiana, gets hurt in the first game, oblique injury, done for the season. Well, all of a sudden, he's healthy. So he played last week, and we lost. So we're playing Troy, and Lunch gets the start. We're up 14-7. Cool. Well, Walker comes in. I'm like, okay, are we switching it up? What's going on? His first pass hits the tight end in double coverage, right in the chest, pops up, pick six. That swung the whole game, and it was done. So I'm not sure what is going to happen going forward at QB. Are we easing Walker back in, or we're going to stick with Lunch, or we're going to do the 2 quarterback thing? Because guess what? If you got 2 quarterbacks, you ain't got one.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
So I don't know, man. But
why would you change when you're up 14-7 though?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not really sure.
Maybe we need to find somebody that knows.
I don't know, man. I mean, there's going to be justification about it. Maybe they were trying to get some reps. I'm not sure, but you definitely had momentum.
I'm trying to wear it all up, trying to change a little bit for him. We got to get some wins.
You're right.
So, my Badgers are bad.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know when Luke Fickle's going to be. He's got to be the lame duck. He's got to be gone.
I'm surprised they haven't let him go yet.
I think it's middle of the season. Who's on the staff that can take over is what they're probably saying.
Well, okay, so that's the other problem when you fire a coach. Oh, not only was Kelly let go, but their offensive coordinator's gone. So for that team, you lost 3 games this season. So, I mean, you can still win one more game and go to a bowl, but that's not acceptable. So I'm not sure what's the morale of the team? How many players you think enter the transfer portal or decommitted? They may have been committed to LSU, but like, no, I wonder what old Jimbo Fisher's doing. What's he up to?
Maybe that'd be a good pick for LSU.
But get this, the same AD that hired Jimbo at Texas A&M hired Brian Kelly at LSU. But guess what? He still got a job. The AD's still there.
Wow.
He ain't got fired.
Interesting.
I mean, okay, so I want to be an NCAA football coach or run for Congress or Senate or whatever, because there's a shutdown, but they're still getting paid.
Exactly.
So we're going into a month of this thing. How about you don't pay them until they get it figured out?
Right.
And how many poor politicians are there?
There isn't a poor one.
Exactly. And I'm talking both sides. I don't care what side you're on.
A lot of them got rich after they took office.
Well, okay, so you're a public servant and you get rich. How's that work?
I don't know how they did that, but
exactly. No one knows.
Another story for another day. Bogey. Where is this from? Where did he message us from? Now he's Bogey 515. What's that all about?
I think it's from YouTube.
Is it from YouTube?
I think so.
Bogey, you're on YouTube now? Nice. You got to like, share, and what's the other thing? Subscribe. We got to this is the thing. The people are going to watch this later. We need 100 people to subscribe this week. We got to get it out there. All right. We're getting some views on the Facebook and all over, but we need subscribing. So you got to get on YouTube and subscribe.
Our sponsors are getting really antsy right now.
Right.
So I got another one on the line, man. But he's like, hey,
we got some views.
I know. So I'm here working. I'm trying to get sponsors. All right. And
Bogey's done and done. Look at that.
See, is he okay? Doesn't mean is he done with us? Like never watching again? We
I
already
don't think
lost him.
he's with us. No, I think he's with us forever.
I want to also compliment you on your goatee. You look very well trimmed up today. You look nice.
You didn't like the beard?
No, you look
No?
more. You looked a little unkept.
Oh, okay.
But
I kind of
see,
like
you,
kept.
but you with that red on and the red couch that I know some weird stuff happens on, it looks really cool. That red couch just screams weirdness.
What is that? Never I'm on OG. What does this
Dude,
mean?
come on, man. He's an OG.
He's OG. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to the old 6'7".
I got you on that last week.
You know,
Yeah.
Rashawn Gary did it last night. The old 6'7".
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's
all
when
right,
you, like I said, when old guys are doing it, you know it's done.
It's done. So let's go through last week's real quick. Start with Thursday last week. The Vikings, not a good showing at all. Boy, I felt bad for the quarterback. He took a beating.
Poor buddy.
Was taken in Indianapolis when he played there.
Carson Wentz, man.
Bad. 37-10, the Chargers win there. And,
okay, so I love, and we talk uniforms, and I don't know. I love looking at, I like uniforms. Maria makes fun of me. She's like, nobody cares about uniforms. I do.
No,
Can we burn the yellow that the Chargers were wearing a couple weeks ago?
And the Steelers.
Oh, boy. I mean, they say you got to look good to play good.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm surprised Rodgers went along with that look.
Oh, boy.
If he had anything to say about it, because that was just a horrible look.
Yeah.
Jets and Bengals. Jets finally pull one out. What happened
just when everybody thought Jets, Jets.
39-38. They win the game there. And it was sad to see that Nick Mangold, the old from the Jets, passed away and had a kidney disease. And it was like a week ago he had went public with it and he had no family members that could offer up a kidney, so he had basically said he was O positive or something like that with the blood and was looking for a kidney, and then passed away a few days later. So
man, that's crazy.
But what a Jet he was. He was a JE.
Yeah.
Yes, that guy was as a center.
Mm-hmm.
But the Jets.
Rex Ryan got emotional talking about him yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the Jets, no doubt. Giants and Eagles again. What a rotten. I don't like the Giants. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now. But I'll tell you
better than the Eagles.
I was watching the Giants like crazy because of Scadaboo. I just think that guy brought something to watching the game.
Oh my goodness, that was horrible injury.
Horrible injury, and just a shot. And I think it took. I mean, that whole stadium went quiet.
Oh yeah,
just quiet.
Yep. The air went out. All the Giants fans that were there, it was like that was it.
So you come back from it. It had to be, and that's why of course the Eagles had fun after that. But 38-20, still don't think the Eagles are the Eagles from a couple of years ago. I don't care what anybody says.
And the tush push continues. Yeah. You remember I told you of certain things that really trigger me.
Was that a fumble?
Yes, it was a fumble.
I think it was too.
I mean, come on.
Because he stopped the play with the whistle, but boy, oh boy.
I mean, it's like his forward progress was stopped at the same time that the ball came out. I think it was a little bit before, and the ball came out. So
bad.
Oh, that game in particular, they missed a lot of calls. Not only was the Scadaboo injury bad, but that play right there, it was early in the game. That could swing momentum.
Yep.
And man, I just feel for Brian Daboll, and I hate to say that, but that guy at every turn, it's just something else, man.
Right.
Plus
he got fined last week.
Yeah, for going and peeking into the tent. You know that. Just like when you go to a strip club, you can't peek back behind the curtain. You know that. You gotten kicked out for that, Jeff.
Never been in one.
Can't do it. Oval Office?
Yeah.
not the Oval Office where Clinton got some action. The action in Green Bay is what I'm talking about.
Isn't that where? Oh no, that's what he's making. What the part of it into a ballroom now, and they're mad. The Dems.
Man, listen, there's so much stuff like, and I love it. Like I said, I got friends on both sides of the politic thing.
Right.
I love the people that are complaining about the whole ballroom.
Hillary.
And then other people are saying, well, Obama, he built a basketball court. J. Edgar Hoover, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what? Does it really matter? Once again, prime example of how our government works. Yes, it was privately funded from what I understand. So I love when people are saying that, oh, the taxpayers will do some research, but the government can be shut down, and they're probably unrelated, but it's just a bad look.
Right.
The government's shut down, but we're demolishing and building something.
Is that true when Hillary said that this was horrible, that Trump said, I might name it Monica Lewinsky Ballroom?
Dude, I love it. That'd be funny.
Tell you what, he does have the comeback sometimes.
Oh, he has all comebacks, man. It's just basically now it's watching middle schoolers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all, and like I said, it just pisses me off that these people are rich and they're still and this is a couple weeks back. Did I tell you about the News Nation? It was a town hall meeting, and it was Cuomo, Stephen A. Smith, Bill O'Reilly. So good. Stephen A. Smith, I mean, as much as I don't like him on ESPN, I don't know if I told you, but he basically shut things down because they were still bickering. Both sides were bickering. And Stephen A. Smith said something, and I probably told you this, but there was a guy who asked a question, and he's a air traffic controller, and he was driving DoorDash to make between, try to get his daughter's tuition paid and stuff. And Stephen A. Smith basically said, what's funny is the government shut down, but y'all are still getting paid. And you couldn't hit, those people said nothing because it's true. To me, Jeff, if you and I were running a business, okay, we're going to shut down because we can't get anything figured out. Okay, well, you're not getting paid until you figure it out. But no, it's like they're on vacation.
They keep getting paid.
Let's not talk about politics. Let's get back to football because it's pissing me off.
49ers, Texans, 26-15 for the Texans. That's a good win for the Texans. I think Purdy's coming back, next week maybe, they're saying?
Yeah. Maybe. But, I mean, come on. I mean, I don't know, man. The 49ers are just so up and down, and they've dealt with so many injuries, and it's just, I don't know what they are. Like, by this time, we talk about this all the time. By this time in the season, you know who you are. I don't know who. Yeah, the 49ers are 5-3, and Mac Jones did well in replacement for Purdy, but what are they going to be? And then C.J. Stroud and the Texans, everyone's saying, well, I don't know, man. I don't think the Texans are as good as they were, and maybe the shine is wearing off of C.J. Stroud. But, man, it's like this is what you talked about ups and downs, like for me getting up for a gig or not or whatever. I think the key to being a football fan is to not get excited about a win or a loss. Because now, oh man, look at this. The 49ers are in trouble because they lost. A prime example last week, we'll talk about Dallas, but everyone was high on that. They lost. So from week to week, man, it's just another week, if you won, good, but don't get excited about that win. I think that's the best thing I've done about being a fan. It's just, okay, cool. Next game, win or loss, next game. So
the thing I don't understand is like on the people saying about the 49ers. I think they're 5-3.
Yep.
And I think Seattle is 5-2.
Yep.
I mean, it's one game separating them, maybe two. After this week, is Seattle played? Did they play yesterday?
I think they had a bye.
Okay. So, I mean, 49ers, they're not out of it.
No.
By any means.
But that division, so you got Seattle at 5-2, Rams 5-2, 49ers 5-3. And that's a pretty tight division.
Yeah.
Which if you're looking at the playoff picture, you know, I love. Oh, this is another one that I like. Another phrase that's my favorite. If the season ended today,
Yeah.
guess what?
It's
I
not.
would like to do that after the first week. If the season ended today,
Cowboys Super Bowl champs.
no, see, we lost our first game, so
Oh, okay. Then you went to
yeah, it's over.
bed. Next one that I have here, and I got to say this before I say the score and what happened. Chris Neville, how's those Bears doing? My buddy
Man,
Chris.
leave Chris alone.
My buddy Chris.
Leave him alone, man.
They're going all the way this year because of Caleb. Chris, I hope you're listening, or you're going to be listening later. I know because you just have to check out what we're saying. The Bears lose to the Ravens without Lamar, who they kept out, Chris, because they just didn't want him playing against the Bears. Not that he was hurt. They just didn't want him playing because they figured they could win without him against the Bears.
The Bears.
Chris is a local sheriff's department. I think he's a sergeant now on the Door County Sheriff's Department.
Oh, you got another in. God,
No,
you never get in trouble.
Chris, the only reason why I say that, I don't think Chris is on patrol. I think he's up. So I'm not worried about getting a speeding ticket or anything like that. So poor Bears though, huh? Caleb turning out to be, it looks like Ben Johnson there, not the Ben Johnson we know, but the other one. Looks like he might be a little bit frustrated with the Bears.
But you got to give him time. I mean, the Bears are 4-3. It's not terrible. It's not the end of the world.
Caleb, though, it's his second year now, even though it's his first year with Ben.
You got to give him. I don't think you're expecting much with that first year with a new coach. I mean, look what Caleb's been through. God, he had to play with Eberflus, for Christ's sake.
We'll get to him in a second. Browns and Patriots. Patriots, other than the Colts, might be the surprise of the year.
Man, but I love Vrabel. He's just gritty.
He is.
You heard what he said after the game? He said, once the Browns got done with all their trick plays, I think our defense settled in.
Patriots were 32-13 winners over the Browns. Bills had a tough one against the Panthers. Panthers now come to Green Bay this week. So let's hope
they beat them 40-9. Gee whiz.
I'm hoping that the Panthers stay that soft for this week too. And
they beat the Cowboys.
Dolphins 34-10.
They're back.
I wasn't going to bring that up about the Panthers beating the Cowboys.
Oh, I was.
And 34-10, though, Dolphins finally getting a win. Last week they wanted their coach head. Now all of a sudden they're saying, no, maybe he's not the problem.
I think he just needs to stop smoking weed. He's just I mean, some of our politicians ramble. Holy Mike McDaniel.
Yep. He likes to ramble.
Wow.
You got Buccaneers finally coming back at it, 23-3 over the Saints. Saints are looking bad. They probably got some trade. Matter of fact, there was a trade today right before we went on. I don't know if you saw it, but a cornerback from the Titans, Roger McCreary, was traded to the Rams for, I believe, a 5th or 6th round pick.
Hey, just get ready. The Titans are going to start offloading players left and right. It's going to be like Spirit Halloween on November 1st.
So yesterday was the first day that I was watching a game, and I said, I just can't take it. I had to shut it off. And I was watching the Cowboys Broncos. And I got to the point where I was like, how does some of these things happen to the Cowboys? Why does it continue to happen with a new coach? And it's got to stop.
So we're going to talk about the Cowboys now?
No, we got to go through the rest of them.
Okay.
I just want to put that at you. I want to know why doesn't it change? Colts, Titans. Colts, right now, Indiana Jones is probably the MVP.
Easy.
If not, Jonathan Taylor should be the MVP.
Okay, I would like to make a change to the comeback player of the year criteria. I think Indiana Jones should be eligible for comeback player of the year because of the mental anguish he had to go through playing for the Giants
Yes.
to overcome that. That's as bad as an injury. So my vote is Indiana Jones, comeback player of the year, because he played for the Giants.
I believe the same thing. Packers, Steelers. Packers, of course, got the win 35-25. And then tonight it is the Commanders against the Chief, of course. Jaden Daniels is out, so who knows what might happen in that one. I think it's who is it tonight?
Oh, boy.
Marcus Mariota is going for the Commanders. He will be
back. Marcus Mariota.
He is isn't he from Tennessee?
Hey, I played for the Titans. He was another first-round draft pick that didn't work out for the Titans. Yeah. You remember whenever he got drafted? And Roger Goodell, and with the first pick of the blah, blah, blah draft, the Tennessee Titans select Marcus Mariota. Wow. Okay.
Well, look at when Brett Favre came out. Favre.
Yeah.
Brett Favre.
That is a little tricky, though.
It is.
Have you heard of another Favre ever? Like with that last name?
Because that's down in your area.
I mean, I've never heard of another Favre.
There's a lot of them down there in the Kiln area in Mississippi.
Hey, you remember whenever, and this was when I disliked teams, your boy Joe Theismann, remember he changed the pronunciation of his name so it could rhyme with Heisman?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's
Theismann. Joe Theismann.
Yeah. He changed it for the Theismann. And then a big game on Thursday, and I wanted to point this out, be a big one to watch. It's going to be the Ravens against the Dolphins. So it's going to be a big game.
I don't know. I don't think.
All right. My question. Why are the Cowboys continuing to let games get away that they should? I'm not saying that the Broncos are bad. I'm just saying that the Cowboys on paper, on offense, are better. And nobody can tell me they're not. Why does it continue to happen in Dallas? Is it because of Jerry Jones?
Well, for whatever reason, he's the only constant. And that's for years baffled me because you have different coaches, you have different players. Overall, when you have penalties, self-inflicted wounds, like illegal formation, offsides, false starts on both sides of the ball, self-inflicted wounds, it's a discipline thing. And it's every time I've seen this. There's a game where we talked about this last week. They could parlay some wins, all right? Well, first thing I do is win the first one. Had a chance. Everything was set. The plate, the table, all the forks were out. The china, the silverware, the glasses, everything's set. And what do? You lay an egg on both sides of the ball. And I even say special teams, the only thing that would have polished the turd that was the game yesterday was if Brandon Aubrey could have set a record for the longest field goal. We couldn't even do that. We were talking
from what, 70?
85. That's what's so sad. All we got to do is get to our own 30,
right?
And we can kick field. We couldn't even do that.
Couldn't even do that.
Dak Prescott. Everybody was talking about Dak Prescott. Oh, he's got 4 games in a row where he's thrown over 3 touchdowns a game and no interceptions. What'd I say last week? Threw 2 picks yesterday. You just jinxed him. Whether or not he was forcing the ball, I'm not sure what was up. But it's kind of like me when I was playing a gig with a new person and I'm guessing on the endings. And some days I nail the endings. Other days, you throw picks. That's a game that Dak had yesterday. When there were so many false starts, man. Like, you're already behind the chains. And it was supposed to be Javonte Williams' comeback game. He's returning to Denver. Didn't do crap.
No.
Defense, actually, I think was worse. What is going on with Trayvon Diggs? I mean, he's got the magical, mysterious concussion.
Is he one out?
Boy, sure looks like it.
Yeah.
And we got no pressure on the quarterback. And for us, we couldn't block anybody. So we weren't running the ball, shooting ourselves in the foot with self-inflicted wounds, unforced penalties, and Dak throwing 2 picks. It's just what they do. You know, last week, everybody was on the train. Stephen A. Smith even said, oh, Cowboys are going to the playoffs. I didn't even watch him today. But how can you get so high and so low? Because you know that that's all they're talking about now. Last week, he was an MVP. This week, he's a dog. So just, you know what? When the game's over, it's done. Last week was great. You know what? There are a lot of problems. I don't know if it's a scheme issue on defense or if it's a coaching issue or if it's a player issue. Bottom line is they suck, period. Secondary's terrible. The Micah Parsons trade, boy, you sure are making it look pretty easy to figure out how that worked out. You know?
He sure has helped Green Bay.
And then there was talks last week of maybe Max Crosby or Hendrickson.
Yep.
But apparently that's been squashed. To me, that would be awesome. For whatever reason.
They could get
blame.
I think they could.
That would be great.
They have the number ones now.
I mean, to me, that would help because the best fix for a bad secondary is getting some pass rush.
But you got to get one legit corner.
Oh boy. Well, I mean,
one legit.
We're supposed to have
that can cover straight up, and then the other guys can do the zone or whatever behind it. But not to have one it's not good.
So Dak went from having like the best passer rating or one of the top passer ratings to the lowest this week. I think the quarterback for the Browns, Dylan Gabriel, was the only one worse. Dak's passer rating is 51.5.
That's what I don't understand with this. I don't understand it with him. He frustrates me. And maybe he is, trying to zone in on one thing or whatever. But he's got to get out of it. I mean, he's got two good receivers. He's got a great tight end.
Yeah.
Ferguson's having a good year if they just use him. I mean, is it this? I guess it would be the scheme. If you're not getting the people the ball that need to have the ball, it is the scheme.
I'm kind of excited about Trequez Bridges. He got that pick, but prime example.
Right.
You get a momentum-changing play in the first drive, and you don't score a touchdown. So, come on now. Like 7 points. That's the expectation.
Right.
When you get the ball, you score 7 points.
Score 7.
So here we are. Everything's looking like, oh man, we're going in. We're going to go up 7-0. We've got momentum. No, we don't do it. I know. You know what? The saddest thing is, I honestly feel the best our O-line played was when we had the 4 subs in. Now we're getting guys healthy, and I don't know if they're better. That's pretty sad. And that's what amazes me about this team and the level of frustration that I have every season. It's always something. It's like 1 week they're great and they're doing this and this guy's that and everyone's crowning them. If you want to crown them, crown them.
It's been like this for the last 3 years.
I know.
It's been crazy.
That's why I don't, when they win, it's great. When they lose, okay. Kind of expected it. And I come back from Buffalo Wild Wings. I tell Maria when I leave to not watch the game because she's bad luck. So she doesn't watch the game. And she says, how was the game? And she knows immediately by my body.
Couch.
By my body language. No, I don't even do that. The fact that I got so mad before that.
All right.
That I kicked the couch. man. So, yeah, she knows when I walk through the door that they lost. And she just says, "Oh, no." I said, "Yep." And thankfully, this is therapy. Like, this show's therapy for me. But also, switching gears after watching the Cowboys shit the bed and to go play a gig. That's the best thing. Because
So
before, I would just sit there and mope and watch highlight after highlight and ESPN and SportsCenter. Now, when the Cowboys lost to the Packers in the playoffs a couple years ago, I was playing a gig when that was going down. Because the way I looked at it, why would I waste time and watch the game and not make money? If they win, it's awesome. I mean, if they won, they didn't. I made some money. If they didn't win, I made some money.
made some money.
So music heals. It's the best thing I've done.
I think. Where do they go next? What's the schedule look for the next 4 weeks?
Arizona.
Okay.
Which you think they'd win that one. Somehow, some way, they're going to.
At Arizona?
It is, let's see. Yes. No, it's home. It's a home game.
Then after
It's
that,
on Monday night.
after that,
is the Max Crosby Bowl. We're playing the Raiders.
well, you should
in
win
Vegas. You would think. And then we got the Eagles after that.
that. Ooh, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, see, if you could win 2 to get into that Eagles game, maybe you can do something.
For some reason, and this is another thing that this team does, the back and forth. We lost to the Broncos. Let's just say we beat the Cardinals, beat the Raiders, and then magically beat the Eagles.
Now you're going to the Super Bowl.
No.
Well, that's what your fan base will say.
Of course. Yeah. If they somehow pull out a 3-game swing. But then let's look past that Eagles game. You want to talk about a gauntlet? After the Eagles, we have the Chiefs.
Nice.
On Thanksgiving. Then the Lions.
Nice.
Then the Vikings, which maybe. Then the Chargers.
J.J. McCarthy's back, though, this week for the Vikings.
Yeah. So Chargers and then the Commanders. So that's what we have left. So we are what we say, just like Bill Parcells said. We're 3-4-1. And Jeff, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to come down to that damn tie. I'm telling you.
But it was good but it was good for me and you.
It was great for us. But
Yeah.
that team is razor thin on execution and them getting to the playoffs.
Right.
Mark my words. If you're playing razor thin, by this point in the season, what are the Cowboys? They're 3-4.
Right.
They've played 8 games now like that. Guess they're not going to change. It's over. We're almost halfway through the season. They're going to play the same way. I don't think much will change with Eberflus in the defense. Maybe they're thinking, all right, well, our defense we realize it's trash. Unless we fix anything, I don't see Eberflus being there next season. So who do you get? Are we rebuilding? We have all these draft picks. Maybe that's what makes Jerry feel better at night, besides all the alcohol he drinks during the game. Thinking, well, I got rid of Micah. I got all those draft picks. I'm not going to say we're rebuilding, but it's like, how do you say you're rebuilding without saying you're rebuilding?
I thought that would have been a good trade with Las Vegas if they could make this happen before the deadline.
Totally.
Defense. And then, but I still think you got to get some cornerbacks in somewhere. Yeah. And they got to be out there. There's got to be a couple of them out there. Where's Asante Samuel? Isn't he still out there?
I'm sure he is.
I mean, let's get him in. And I think he was hurt, but he's got to be ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be somebody out there that's better than what you got. That's what I keep looking at with the Packers too. So,
and
where do you put them the next lead into the Eagles?
record wise,
Think they can get 2?
you almost have to at this point. Because if you go into that Eagles game, if you lost, even if you split, you're 4-5. And if you beat the Eagles, you're 4-5-1. You know, so you got to beat the Eagles to be 500.
Right.
Once again, they're putting themselves in a position where they have to win. I'm not going to say that Eagles game is a must win, but if they don't win the next 2 games, it almost is.
It's over.
Even if they split, and I'm telling you, Jeff, that tie it's going to affect them.
It's going to affect them.
Because not only was it a tie, but it was a tie within the conference.
Right.
So, yeah, we lost to the Broncos, but that's AFC, so it doesn't carry as much weight. But the tie we had was with probably, at this point, unless you guys fall apart, a playoff team.
Right.
So we're not going to get in over that. And if you look at the different conferences, we already talked about the NFC West. There are 3 teams there that have 5 wins. That's where your wild cards are coming from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to have a division winner and probably 2 wild cards. Now, who wins your division? I mean, that's between you and the Lions. I don't think the Vikings are going to really contend. The Bears, I think, are going to be out of it. Sorry, Chris. But, I mean, dude, they're playing too tight. Everything they do is too tight. You know, you'll win some games, but boy, you just it's like Carter. He's doing day trading now. And he's been doing it for a while. And he maintains the same strategy no matter what the market does. You're going to win or you're going to lose, but don't chase the strategy. Well, Dallas just doesn't know what they can hang their hat on. One week you got the best receiving duo, you got the best quarterback in the league, you got the best running game, and your defense played better. And I said this last week. If we could just get to the middle of the rankings in defense, that would be a huge thing. But then the offense shits the bed this week. So what gives?
I wish I knew with them.
Yeah.
Because it was frustrating yesterday. All right, let's get to my Packers. Pretty short on this one. Anybody that's sitting here saying, out of the Packer fans, and I know we all want to love the Packers. You know, when you're a fan, you just want to love everything they're going. You want to love Jordan Love. You got to love him because he's the next superstar, everybody says. Take away the push off by Kraft, the ball hung up there. I don't know how this guy gets away with it every week. He'll hang balls up, and they get caught by his player. I don't know how it happens. Take that play away, though, where Kraft pushed off, and you take the play away where Watson is sitting out there in center field waiting for the ball to come down. Nobody decides to go after it on the defense of the Steelers to push it, to knock it down or something. He catches it. It's a big play because it's also the same play that the Packers, same sequence where the Packers were offsides against the Steelers and the refs didn't catch it. And that flipped the game. Both plays flipped the game. And if you think that Jordan Love is the next thing since Aaron Rodgers, you're crazy.
Oh.
Crazy. Because if he doesn't get his feet set, it's going to be he is going to make one of those throws against a good team that has good defensive backs or good linebackers that can run, and the ball is going to be intercepted or knocked down, and nothing's going to happen. There's nothing going to happen with those plays. He's got to learn to zip them in there. Now, he can throw it if he gets his feet set, but this going back and leaning back and throwing it and hanging it and all this stuff, it's got to stop with him. Now, Wilson ran good, filling in there every once in a while for Josh Jacobs, but they still, on the defensive side, Keyshawn Nixon, I don't know what's going on with him. I don't, he's getting beat. He's supposed to be the speed guy. It seems like he's getting beat by the speed receivers. I don't know what's happening with that guy. I really thought 2 years ago that he was an answer at corner, but he's not. So I think that's one of the things they got to go look for is a corner in the trade here somewhere. Now, what can they give up for a trade? More picks? I don't know if they're going to do that. They got to be all in, though, because the clock is running on them. But people that are sitting there saying, oh, we took care of Rodgers. We took care of Rodgers. Rodgers was running for his life because of that offensive line for Pittsburgh. And, yes, a lot of it's Micah Parsons. If we had the same people that we had last year and didn't have Micah, I'm telling you right now, the defense, the backfield, defensive backs, safeties would be getting killed. Because the reason why they're looking better, at least a little bit better, is because of the pressure Micah Parsons getting on the quarterback. Now, I just don't see the excitement. You came out in the first half. Did you watch that first half?
I did.
It was horrible. And that's coaching, Tracy. I keep saying, I know I keep beating a dead horse. But this guy, I don't know what it is with him. He has got so much speed at the receiver group and tight ends, Musgrave and Kraft. Why aren't you getting the ball to these guys? You gotta start fast because you're not going to be playing against a Pittsburgh. Now they got, like I said, Carolina coming in this week.
Oh, you'll be fine.
And it should be fine. And after that, I forget who's after that, but then you got the Eagles, and maybe the Eagles are next after that. I'm not sure. But
yeah, man, I mean, y'all rushed for under 100 yards.
It's
Josh Jacobs had 33. Wilson had 61.
So, I mean, it's not what everybody thinks. And I know they sit there, when I talk about this, they go, no, you're wrong. It was a good game. Pittsburgh got, they got screwed on a couple calls. I'm telling you that right now. A couple of those calls, they almost got screwed on a big one there when Rodgers threw it at the guy's feet when they said the fumble.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. I don't know how they missed that on the field. I don't. But there seems to be a lot of missing by a lot of officials yesterday. But I think the Packers still have a ways to go, and I think it starts with LaFleur on the offense. I'm not blaming Jordan Love, all of it, all right? I'm blaming LaFleur because here's one of the things that made me mad more than anything last night. Okay, they had a great big play to Tucker Kraft where he took the ball maybe on a 2-yard pass and then ran 31 yards. Tracy, I think it's third quarter. He gets down there, gets up, does a little whatever. Here you got your head coach celebrating like a player, and they got to take a timeout after that.
Oh,
they got to take a timeout when they should be pushing, getting set, getting going, get into the end zone. But you got to take a timeout because you didn't get the play in because you were celebrating. Your head coach, who's supposed to control his emotions, and he's out there throwing his arms up. Yeah. Get the play in.
But his hair looks great.
But that's frustrating because that's a play that the momentum was really going. And now you get up to where you don't even huddle, all right? And you get up there and you run another play. I guarantee there would have been a breakdown on the Steelers defense again because of what Tucker did on that play. And it happens all the time, and everybody sits there. Oh no, there's Collins. Oh, Jordan Love's great, and Tirico, what is going on with him? He called Clay Walker.
It's okay. He's a country fan.
And then what did he another one that he called like he didn't even know who the player was. This guy's been around forever. What is the deal with him?
Oh, he's just making a couple mistakes, Jeff.
Is he drinking that beer that is famous out there in Pittsburgh, whatever that is? I don't know.
What is that?
You ever been out there?
Is it Line and Kugel? No. Oh, Rolling Rock.
No, Rolling Rock's not it either, I don't think. It's like Yin Yang or something like
Yingling.
that. Is that what it is?
Yingling, yeah. That's a pretty good beer.
And did you see Mike McCarthy was in the booth in the suite last night?
Oh yeah, yeah. He's hometown Pittsburgh guy. He's playing both sides, man.
So he was back.
He's like Switzerland.
Mason Crosby has a little radio show now out of Milwaukee, and McCarthy was on it last week, and they asked him about coaching and everything, and he said, "Well, I'm still staying with him. I'm still watching." And I started laughing because he's not watching anything.
No,
he said his biggest thing is that he's getting everything together, and he's going back to 1989 because he needs to be a West Coast offense guy. Okay. He said that when he went to Dallas, he had to change some things because Dak needed McCarthy to change.
Okay. That worked out well.
He said, now that's it. I got to coach what I know. Well, you should have thought of that when you took the Dallas job, maybe.
Well, yeah.
That you weren't going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So, I think Mike McCarthy's a good coach, but he's another one that got me so pissed off when it came to the clock management. Oh my God. Getting that, and everybody said, "Oh, it was Rodgers." It was Rodgers. I mean, you heard that all the time with everything was Rodgers, and it's not, because LaFleur's still doing it too, where he's just letting it run down. It's like they don't have the next play, and I don't understand that. And when you got a team down, why don't you keep going? Just keep going. Why are you trying to save that guy over there? Pittsburgh now today, I listen to the Pittsburgh radio stations, and a lot of people are calling saying they want Tomlin out. And so I don't, again, these people, I'm one, like, I want LaFleur gone. But then you look at it and you go, okay, you're winning your division, top team in the division, in the NFC. Who's going to take over? Who are you going to put in that position? Because you got to run this out. You got to run it out now with him. But then when they start losing on stupid plays, like him celebrating and not getting the next play, or him just just horrible first half.
I think I'd like to sit with you and watch a Packers game.
Yesterday was very quiet because I was seeing some of the plays and I was going, okay, that was a good play. Okay, that the wide receiver screen or the tight end screen. All right, you proved to me that it can work if you get some blocking. But
that's the only way that play works.
You got to get the blockers out there.
Yes. I don't know why, like wide receiver screens, if you miss one block, it's done. It's blown up.
So, Packer fans, be cautious. We're not there yet. We're not
cautionary tale.
We're just not there yet. I'm telling you. Jordan Love needs work. Jordan Love's got to make quicker decisions on plays. He's looking for that first guy. He's on him. But when he has to look for the second or third guy, he is behind. And he's got to get quicker. You watch Rodgers, with the time that he didn't have last night. But that guy was looking. I mean, he had his eyes everywhere downfield. Where Jordan Love, he's on that first guy, and then it takes a lot for him to look for the second guy. Because he had a touchdown to Golden when he tried to go over the top on the right-hand side pylon and missed that throw. But he had a wide open Golden that he could have walked into the end zone. And He just doesn't look for all of it. He's got to start looking. But cautious. That's all you got to be, is because I still say we don't have the right head coach, and I'm going to go down with it. I don't care what anybody says. You can't go against that team that they played last night, who they know had just as much trouble as anybody in the backfield, defensive backfield, and you're still not running. You got Watson back. You got Golden. Why aren't you running them on, put them on each side and run them? You think Tracy, that Tucker Kraft had a big game last night because the floor was calling these plays? I'll tell you why he had a big game last night. Because Christian Watson was back.
Mm-hmm.
And he took a lot of people with him when he ran. He cleared out. He took a lot of people with him. He took a linebacker with him, and he took 2 defensive backs when he cleared out. And all of a sudden, Tucker has the game of his life. And everybody's going, oh, we knew he was the best. We knew he was the best. You got to look at that whole game. Christian Watson, everybody gets mad because, he's missed so many games in his career because of injury. Or he had some drops like he had against the Cowboys, Minnesota. But I'll tell you what, then all of a sudden he came to life against the Cowboys, that one game. And it really put him on the map. So Watson, I think, is the key, but you got to get him and Golden going down the seams. Let's have some fun with that. They're the 2 fastest guys in the NFL. Why hold them back? Let's get them downfield. And if LaFleur says, well, we the protection's not holding it, that protection's, those guys need 3 seconds to get downfield? Basically.
Yeah.
And what is the average? 2.5 seconds to get rid of the ball? Love had a great game. I'm not saying he didn't, but 143 of his yards came from Tucker Kraft out of the 360.
All right, Jeff. So I'm going to be your pal. You're 5-1-1. Okay.
That's why I shouldn't be complaining.
No.
And I'm trying to be cautious with this 5-1-1.
So I'm going to be like an optimist. You got the Panthers. You're going to win that.
Are we?
The Eagles. Yes.
Okay.
You got the Eagles. We'll see. That could be a tough one. So that could go either way. That'd be a good measure for where you guys are as a team. After that, Giants. You got that. Vikings. You won that.
No,
Bears.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
You got to throw it all out the window when you start playing your division.
Well, I don't know, man. I'm still not sold on McCarthy. Not Mike, but JJ. So you got the Vikings.
I like O'Connell as a coach.
Yeah, I do too. And then after that, you got the Lions. Okay, that's a division game.
You beat them once, but does that mean you're going to beat them on Thanksgiving Day?
I would think that you split that. Usually, it's hard to beat a division team twice. Plus, it's at Detroit, and it's Thanksgiving.
And I'll tell you what, the Giants ain't a given, because we were
I don't know.
We were going in a couple of years, 3 years ago, against the Giants. What was it, in London or whatever? And that's when Aaron Rodgers, remember, hit his thumb or something.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I think the Giants are definitely demoralized at this point.
Well,
I don't know how you come back from that. Yeah,
but their defense is still okay. They'll get some.
All right. So Lions at Thanksgiving.
Yep.
You got the Bears. You got the Bears twice,
which should be
the Bears, Broncos, and then Bears again.
Did the Broncos play like they did against the Cowboys? Was it the Broncos playing so good, or was the Cowboys so bad? I think
Cowboys were so bad.
Well, they were bad, but
Denver has a good defense. Don't get me wrong. But I didn't see anything, and we just shot ourselves in the foot. And then you got the Ravens. Who knows what Lamar is going to be at that point? And then you end the season with the Vikings. So, I mean, you're right now 5-1-1. I say you on a cautiously optimistic, you lose 2. How do you feel about that? So you finish the season with 2. So you finish the season with 3 losses.
I don't. What were they last year against their division? They were 0-6.
Oh,
yeah. So anything can happen in the division, and I'm not certain about the Giants. And now it might be different with Micah, but our biggest problem when it came to running quarterbacks, that was bad for us. And Lamar Jackson can take off. Now, Edgerrin Cooper is playing really well as a linebacker. Quay Walker's playing really well. And we got Micah. Does it make a difference? Yes, it should. I don't believe, now, a lot of people were saying, they're going to be, 14-win season. I don't think so. You're setting yourself up for a letdown because there's still things that need to be worked on. And that's a coaching situation. And I got to tell you one thing right now. They got to do a 14-3 season or 14-2-1 season to save LaFleur, I think. Because if they would happen, say something happens injury-wise. Now the coach should get a pass on that. But that blows up your whole season. A big injury.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the things that I'm saying that you can control now are the little things. One is Jordan Love. Quit throwing it up in the air and having it wait for, the guy to wait for it. And then the other thing, get your coach on the right page so he has the next play ready and attack. The defense is finally attacking. So why can't the offense with the players? You go back to that Denver game now with Packers playing Denver. Now you got to almost say that Surtain will probably play Christian Watson straight up. Well, now you got to get your tight ends in there, and you got to get the other receivers. If somebody takes up him one at a time there, somebody's going to be open. And why can't we find that person? Now, we did last night. Tucker Kraft was that guy. So, I don't know. I don't know what. I'm just cautious. You got to be cautious because you see some things where, whoa, if two interceptions would have happened last night, that would have done the Packers in.
Yeah.
Or a drop ball by Watson. If Watson would have dropped that ball over the middle, even though it wasn't thrown real well, oh my God, he'd have been crucified because that every Packer fan wants to lay it on you.
Yeah.
But I say get him and Golden in the game. The set that they did when they had them together, they were on the same side, Tracy. Now I understand that you're thinking, okay, Watson will take some guys with you. He can maybe go down the seam. But why not line him on the other side and put Dobbs, going in that little medium route? Don't use Golden for that. Get Golden downfield.
I think you're just in a good spot to where you have one loss, one tie. Yeah. And it kind of sounds like the sky's falling because you're being practical. You're being pragmatic, which is good. It's good to be. But also, from a friend standpoint, I mean, you got a lot to be happy for. I would kill to have that record with the problems.
I'm happy with the 5-1-1, but I'm just seeing I'm seeing beyond that, and I'm seeing where it could have broke down last night, and it could have been an ugly game last night.
Yeah, and for us, man, depending on how the game turns out tonight, if they lose, Commanders lose, hey, we're still in second place.
And I don't like it when a team, when you got Rashawn Gary, who doesn't do much, all of a sudden, he's got 6 sacks, I guess, now, because he had 2 last night. But when he gets up and he's doing the belt, come on, it's over. Leave that sleeping dog lie, because you don't want him to wake up at any point. I was sitting here, and I'm not kidding you, with 7 minutes left, I was going, they got enough time. They can still play defense. Because Rodgers Give him just a little bit of time.
Oh
He's
yeah,
gonna
he's
burn
done
you.
it before.
I love the pregame. The whole night. I mean, I love the Packers won. The whole night, though, you know, the best part of the pregame was when McCourty there told the story about how Belichick said, well, if he puts his hands in that warmer, he brings one out or whatever, whichever one it was, he's going here, he's going there. And all of a sudden, you know, because he always took one out, I guess, when he came to catch the ball. And McCourty said all of a sudden he didn't even take his hands out, and he's yelling to the sideline, what are we doing? You know, what are we looking for? And he threw it, you know, over the head of McCourty's brother for a big game.
Mm-hmm.
But Jason Garrett quoted the night. I think I'm the guy that should be talking here because that guy has shown me more pain in my world more than anyone.
Yes.
And no matter what you think of Aaron Rodgers, how weird he is or whatever, 41 years old, that guy can still throw.
Oh, yeah.
And I wish he'd have went to a team that had a better offensive line.
Yeah.
Because that would have been a big showing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only thing. Because I want him. I always want the Packers to win the Super Bowl. But I would have loved to have the Pittsburgh Steelers and Green Bay in a Super Bowl.
Boy, I'll tell you. And he squandered his chance to beat all 32 teams.
All 32.
The only chance is if they play in a Super Bowl.
So here we go.
Yeah.
And they still, I mean, they got a winning record. They're still going to do well. I think Tomlin's going to get them back on the right track.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to win the division. You got the Bengals.
Right.
They suck. Okay, so we'll see what happens with the Ravens. Getting Lamar back. I've never been sold on Lamar Jackson.
I'm not sold on him on a passer, but then the guy will do something crazy passing.
Yeah. But he's too fluky and show me something. I mean, they'll get to the playoffs, but then they don't get to the Super Bowl, you know, so for whatever reason. But I tell you, man, everything's been set up for the Chiefs. Again, everyone had them dead to the right, dead to rights, dead in the water. And they're going to beat the Commanders tonight. I'm going to tell you that. And then everything's fine. They're just going to slowly chug. Teams well, you talked about what the problem was with Dallas. It's everything that the Chiefs are not. Discipline, not panicking, playing their things, slow and steady wins the race, doing their job. They've been there. They've done that.
Do you think they're back?
Man, until they don't, they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Until they're eliminated from going to the Super Bowl, they are.
So do you feel about the Philadelphia Eagles the same way?
No, I do not.
How come? Because they're the champions.
They are, but they still are playing the same way they did last season too. I think there are cracks in the foundation, and it's going to slowly it's going to rear its head. I think this could be the season.
I've been hoping it was going to implode for a while.
Yeah, I think it's just, I do, and I'm not hating on the Eagles, but I just don't like the way they're playing. Yes, and they're winning the games. And I mean, look at what you did again. You beat the Giants with a devastating injury. That was hard for the Giants to deal with. Up until that point, you had the injury, you had the fumble, no fumble, the crappy officiating. And once again, the Eagles come out. People can talk shit about the refs helping the Chiefs. The Eagles are must have them on their payroll too. Because, and I'm not one to ever blame refs, but if you're going to blame refs, that game was horrible.
Right.
And the Eagles seem to always get some sort of break, you know?
Bogey,
I mean, yeah, you beat the Giants. I mean, yeah, you beat them pretty bad.
Bogey
40, says, you know, but
the kicker situation, did they bring back too early? Pick up a second half, but not over 50 yards. Yeah, you know, it's McManus, you kind of felt sorry for him a little bit because they were saying, oh, the wind got him after Boswell kicked the 56-yarder going the same way.
Oh, yeah.
You know, what happened there? Did he come back? You know, let's face it, they kept the second kicker on the roster. Okay? People got to figure this out. The trading deadline's coming up. Packers are hoping to get 5th, 6th rounder for this guy that they that Havrick or whatever his name is. And I think McManus is going to be your kicker. I truly believe that. But I mean, it's worth it if they can get a 6th round. For somebody that really needs a kicker, it's worth keeping him on the roster and everything. So I don't know. They bring him back too early. I don't think so. I think even though Boswell could kick on that field, I think that field is really hard to kick on.
It is. It's notorious for that. The wind and everything.
The ruts in the field from the University of Pittsburgh playing there on Saturday was horrible. So I think the Packers kicking, Packers special teams, I'm still not a big believer in them yet, but we'll see what happens. But I'm happy with the 5-1-1. Now people, after they watch this, they go, oh my God, Jeff was really ripping up. No, I'm just saying that be cautious, because watching the game, I saw some things that if they didn't happen the way in favor of the Packers, there would have been problems. All right. Next week, same time, same place.
So no.
We're
flying to Los Angeles to tape some TV thing.
Oh,
that just came up like this weekend. So
big shots.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, where it is, but
you're
I'll
lying.
have to skip. I'm not lying. Why would I lie?
You know what it is. You know what it is.
Dude, it's like a show I've never even heard of. I don't even know what it is.
They made you sign one of those
NDA?
Yeah.
All I know is it's CBS, and now I guess Blake is all buddy-buddy with CBS because of The Road, the show. So, and speaking of shows, I had a busy week. I couldn't watch 911 Nashville.
Oh, you have to get our update.
But I can tell you what I saw from the trailer.
Okay.
So the same tornado, apparently it's a 3-part premiere.
All right.
So the tornado is still wreaking havoc. This time it's fire wrapped.
Oh.
And they're not tornadoes, they're twisters. Because that's what people in Tennessee call them, twisters. And a guy on one of those Segway, the Segway thing that all those guys ride downtown, he gets taken away by the tornado and ends up on a water tower. So there's that. Leanne Rimes, the baby mama of Blue, the illegitimate son of the chief. So they're cat fighting, the mom and the baby mama. They're cat fighting. And the chief, Chris O'Donnell, he gets struck by lightning.
Oh, boy.
So there's that. And then what else happened? And apparently in the first 10 minutes, there's some kind of issue with a baby being born and CPR.
But you got a lot of things going on. You got to go out to LA.
Yeah.
And catch up on Nashville 911.
I know. I got to get back to the pickleball court. I haven't done that. And
you got the new shows of the mayor of
Kingstown's back.
Yeah. That's
nice.
New shows.
Nice. I got a lot of stuff to do.
You got to get into that. And then the pickleball.
Oh, and
I almost sent you something late Saturday night. There was something on YouTube where it was late night pickleball in New York City.
And Cameron did that because she's in New York.
It was a bunch of people just playing pickleball. Somebody had a camera set up, and there was 2 guys in a wheelchair playing.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, my boy. Oh, okay. My boy Dan Leo, he's an ace pickleball guy.
All right.
He lives out there in Long Island, and he does a lot of lessons and stuff. But Ace Pickleball Company, get your paddle. Ace Pickleball Company.
All right.
10% off. Raging Cajun discount code.
How come I don't get a free one?
You might. I mean, I had to buy my first one.
Oh, all right.
But I had to tell you this. When I was in Louisiana, big happenings in Cankton, Louisiana this past weekend.
New pickleball.
No.
Oh.
The inaugural. I like when people say the first inaugural. You're kind of repeating yourself. Anyways, It was the first inaugural mosquito festival. And it was at the Cankton Park.
Really?
And they had some really good bands playing. It was pretty awesome. Richard LaBeouf was the big headliner.
No pickleball.
I don't know if they had a tournament, but they should. They should have the Tracy Broussard Memorial Pickleball Tournament.
That should be next year.
Yes. So when I was down there, I was watching football with my nephew at Buffalo Wild Wings, like I do when I'm in Smyrna, but I was in Karen Crow.
Right.
So me and my nephew, we watched football, and then he had football practice. And so I'm gonna go see my mom and dad. Well, I go to their house, the door's locked, curtains closed. I'm thinking, I hope they're not having sex. That would be weird. But
He
they
turned
weren't.
90, right?
Hey, whatever, bro. So I'm like, well, they're not there. Let me see what's happening at the pickleball court. So I pull up and the people are playing. I'm like, sweet. So I go get my gear. I come back. Now, Jeff, they say to play good, you got to look good. I'm going to tell you this. I looked good, bro. I had the drip. And one of the rules is you don't wear it's like basketball. You don't wear your shoes that you're going to play in to the court because you don't want to get poop or water or something.
Right.
So, man, dude, I'm dripped out. I got my slides on. I got my bag. I'm putting on my shoes. And so I could see all the people. There were like 3 courts, probably like 6 people playing. They were sizing me up. They're like, oh, look at this guy. He thinks he's good. He must be a banger. Because that's what somebody looks like they're good and all they do is smoke the ball.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, I may have looked good, but I've been watching football and smashing like 35 tall Miller Lights because that's the special at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Right.
I'm still, I'm not 100%.
Right.
And I knew it wasn't going to be a good game or any of the games because usually, I will say this, my most consistent part of my game is my serve. I couldn't even get it in the box. And so first of all, they see me, they're thinking this guy must be good. And then I start playing. And my poor partner, Marge, she's probably like 70. She's like, who is this hack? Here's what's funny, though. No one knew me. Like, no one recognized me. Nothing. I'm the king of Cankton.
And nobody knew you.
No, totally anonymous. The only thing that would have been better is if I would have had a camera on my hat and recorded the whole thing. Because the first 2 ladies we played, they were serious. And I was even messing with them. Like, oh, you guys must be really good. Are y'all like on the pro circuit? You guys must play in tournaments. Because, dude, I was sucking bad.
And they beat you.
Oh my God. I missed balls like complete. I hit balls over the fence.
Oh,
it was
Tracy.
terrible.
Wow.
But it's not how you start, Jeff. It's how you finish.
That's right.
Me and my partner, different partner because you switch it up.
Okay.
It's kind of like swinging, but it's pickleball because you get different partners. Me and my partner, we won our last game. And it was still funny because they're like, so where are you from? I'm from Nashville. Oh, okay. Did you grow up here? Yeah, my mom and dad live right by the school. Janelle and Elmo. They're like, no. Dude, it was awesome. Nobody. Nobody.
And they were 70.
There were some younger folks, but nobody knew me or my parents in Cankton.
Look at that.
Yeah. So that was my pickleball story. But I think we're going back for Thanksgiving and we're going to have the first inaugural Broussard pickleball tournament sponsored by Ace Pickleball Company.
All right.
Yes.
And
it's unofficial.
And
Brian's probably not coming. He wanted to come on next week. Smoke 207. Follow him on Instagram. But I'm going to be out of town.
not Instagram. What's not?
Well, it's Smoke 207 Whatnot on Instagram.
Okay. Whatnot.
And on Whatnot, it's Smoke 207. Dude, he's gotten over 2,000 sales now. He's killing it. Absolutely killing it.
I'm still waiting for my one shoe.
I think it got held up in customs.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Yeah. It's on a boat.
So I'm getting one of those Mexican Jordans?
No, I think they're Chinese.
Oh, great.
The tariffs, man. It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt. Hey, I wanted to tell you real quick that last week I'd put your name in. I'd written a note to Pat McAfee.
Oh.
And I said, can Tracy Broussard, the drummer for Blake Shelton, who he supposedly loves.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee says that Blake was the best concert he's ever been to.
Yeah, he was at the show.
And he said, I know, I saw him in the hallway. And he said, that drummer, that guy set the night. So I said, well, the drummer is Tracy Broussard, who I want to nominate for the kicking contest or the pick'em, to get on the set and pick them.
Well, little known fact, I was
But they
a
picked
middle school kicker.
They picked that Bargatze for the pick,
Yeah.
and then they picked a kid from Vanderbilt,
And he won. He got the money.
and he won. But I
But,
thought
hey,
I thought maybe you could kick it
Of
and win us
course.
500,000.
Hey, man. Scott Middle School, I was the kicker. I only missed one field goal my entire career.
Maybe the next time you see Kirk Herbstreit, maybe put something in his ear. I tried to do it to McAfee.
Yeah.
But why don't you put it in his ear saying if game day ever goes to Louisiana, to the Raging Cajuns,
I wish they would. Boy, it'd be awesome.
if they ever do that, I want to be the kicker or the guest picker.
Okay.
That's what you need to say to them.
Yeah.
All right. And
Hey,
I'll even come and hold the ball if they do that.
Oh, that would be awesome.
So
hey, but knowing you know what you do?
What?
You little bastard. You would do the thing for Charlie Brown and you'd rip it out. Nah, screw you. You're not going. Because you're going to pronounce Boudin wrong and you're going to call them crawdaddies. And then you're going to ruin my chance. So screw you. No.
Don't forget the young up days.
God. God, you make me so mad. The only thing that saves me is you're wearing Raging Cajun stuff.
And before we go, how do we ever get to the part where you say in pickleball, you switch it up just like swinging? How does that even come together? Switching it up, players, and swinging. How did that, in your brain, how does that work?
It's just kind of weird. I mean, you swap partners. It's the best way to do it. Pickleball is a beautiful sport because you can swap partners and you can hit your wife, and it's the only time it's cool.
Over the Line with Tracy Broussard and Jeff Stone. Talking Cowboys, talking Packers, talking Raging Cajuns and more. Mondays, 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. Over the Line.